If you watched my video about boring digital products and thought, okay, that makes sense, but how do you actually market it? This video is for you. Because this is the part a lot of people get stuck on. Not the idea, not the product, the moment where you have to let other people see it. And if marketing has ever made you feel like you're doing something wrong because you're not louder or more consistent, stay with me. Today, I'm going to show you the safest way to market your first boring digital product with no big audience, no complicated setup, and no pressure to be everywhere. Just a clear first step you can actually take today. Before we talk about marketing, I want to reset what that word means at this stage. Marketing doesn't mean ads. It doesn't mean posting every day. It doesn't mean building a brand and growing a following. Marketing at the beginning means one simple thing: letting the right people know that something useful exists. That's it. And most people think marketing is what comes after you feel ready, but that's backwards. If you're building this on nights and weekends, most marketing advice skips ahead. It's made for people who already have traffic. They already have momentum. They already have something selling. So instead of trying to do all of that, I want you to hold this idea. If you remember nothing else from this video, remember this. You only need one place, one message, and one link. That's enough to get started. Your goal right now is not scale. It's not consistency. It's not building a system. Your goal is proof. And proof doesn't come from doing more. It comes from doing one thing clearly. Here's the safe first marketing plan. There are 5 steps and they happen in order. And none of them require you to be good at marketing. Step 1 is choosing one place to sell. Not 5, not for now, 1. You do not need a website. You do not need a funnel. You do not need an email sequence. You just need to pick one place where someone can read about what you're offering and buy it. Now that might be Stan, it might be Flowdesk, it could be Etsy. The specific platform does not matter. What matters is that you pick one and you move on. Clarity beats optimization every time at this stage. Step 2 is marketing with the title, not the platform. So this is where boring products actually shine. If someone understands the title, you've already done half the marketing. Spring Garden Starter Checklist beats the Grow Better method. If you have to explain the name, it's too complicated for your first product. If you're still stuck on what to sell, I have a free list of simple digital product ideas that real people buy. Pick one and come back to this video. If this is helpful, subscribe so you can find your way back here. I post step-by-step help like this every week. All right, step 3 is starting with people who already know, like, and trust you. This is where the "I don't have an audience" excuse usually shows up. And here's the truth about that. Your first marketing efforts work best with proximity, not promotion. The people who already know you, the people who have already asked questions, the people who already see you as helpful. That could be in a Facebook group that you're active in or a comment that you're replying to. It could be an Instagram story or a small email list if you have one. You are not announcing something to the internet. You're letting the right people know it exists. Now this part is where a lot of people stop. Not because it's hard, but because they overthink it. Step 4 is what to say. And I want to make this as easy as possible. So I'm going to give you the exact words that you can copy. You do not need to make them better in any way. If you're posting in a Facebook group that you're already a part of, you could say, "I keep seeing people ask about blank, so I made a simple blank to help with that. It walks you through blank so you don't have to figure it out from scratch. If it would help you, I'll link it here. That is marketing. If you're replying to a comment, you could say, I actually made a simple blank for this because the question comes up a lot. It helps with blank without blank. If you want it, I can link it. That's one of the safest ways to start. Now, if you're using Instagram stories, here's a simple structure. People keep asking me about blank, so I made a simple blank. It helps with blank without blank. Links here if you want it. No talking head required. If you have an email list, one email is enough. You could say, I've had a few people ask about blank lately, so I made a simple blank. It helps you blank without blank. Here's the link if you want to check it out. It's not a launch, it's not a sequence, it's one clear email. And yes, even a text or DM works. You could say, random, but you asked me about blank a while back. Well, I made a simple blank that helps with that. No pressure at all, just wanted to share. That's often how first traction happens. You don't need to use all of these, pick one. And step 5 is knowing what to expect emotionally. So, marketing your first boring digital product is quieter than you may think. It's not a big announcement. It's one person clicking a link, then another. That does not mean it's not working. It means it's working exactly the way it should. So, different niches, same marketing steps. You're not trying to convince strangers. You are answering a question that people are already asking and giving them a clear next step. That's it. If you've been thinking marketing means doing more, posting more, or being everywhere, let that go. At the beginning, marketing means being clearer. Clear about who it's for, clear about what it helps with, clear about where to find it. That's a safe first step. And if you already have an idea, but want a clear path to build it and list it without skipping steps, that's exactly what my shortcut helps with. But don't rush. Do the simple thing first. And once this part clicks, the next question people usually ask is, okay, how do I keep people finding this without posting all the time? That's what I'll cover next. I'll put that video on the screen for you. Here's to your success. I'll see you next week. If this saved you time or gave you clarity, please hit like and subscribe. I've got a lot more videos coming and they're all made with you in mind.